basic system. Right here we have a time clock for the pump, a time clock for the lights. Right here is their circuit breakers, ground fault breaker for the lights, a regular breaker for the pump. Basically what we have is we have one suction valve and two discharge valves right here. This is the filter bypass that goes to the eyeball fittings, and this is the one going to the center feature, where those four spouts that are coming down. Actually, the LED lights are 12 volt AC, not DC.
Yeah.
Different types of light bulbs, actually. This is the exhaust fan right here. And this is the cartridge filter, 50 square foot cartridge filter that needs to be pulled out periodically. And how often? As frequently as once a week. And for this fountain, probably once every 2 weeks. It's plenty. What we have also with this fountain is an ionization system. Right now it's set at 6. I'm cranking it back down to 1. Yeah, to 1. It's a dial from 1 to 10. 1 is typically plenty. What it does is it puts copper and silver into the water. It prevents algae and kills algae growth. And right here, this system is tied to this T right here. And inside there's a chunk of copper and silver in that T. And it basically energizes it and it puts copper and silver in the water. And right here's the pressure gauge. This is the basket strainer. And that's probably the main thing that needs to be looked at as frequently as once a day, more common about twice a week. This pump vault should be visited at least twice a week. Just pick the days, Monday, Thursday, or Tuesday, Friday. And you can visually see how many leaves are in this right now. And this is the off season, but during the fall, it could really build up with a lot of leaves. So what we would do to turn off the pump, just turn off the pump. You want me to get way out the honors? Close the suction valve all the way. You shouldn't have to close any of the other valves, but it doesn't hurt to do that.
Oh, come on.
And then open up the basket strainer. That's not bad at all. That's just a little bit in there.
Make sure that goes towards the inlet.
It should only go in one way. And that was just barely open. That was all the way open. Okay. And with cleaning the cartridge filter, show that.
Yeah.
You have to close the ball valve there. You see the two handles, there's a tab under it. You slide it up, and that locking ring, there's the tabs that you got to pull up. And then pull straight up. And what helps, actually, what you can do, if it gets stuck, you can open up, that's the air relief valve that Scott just opened up. And that makes it easier to pull out. It vents it, and it allows it to not have that locking suction or in a vacuum. And there's the cartridge filter. It needs to be hosed down. Don't let it dry while it's dirty. Don't let it air dry. You should hose it down. Make sure that it's clean, relatively clean. The Pentair says they last between 1 and 2 years. I believe that they should be between 6 months and a year, and they should be replaced. It's nice to have a spare. There's plenty of room in this pump vault to just leave a spare in here, a spare cartridge element. These can be bought online, and you can use a generic model. You don't have to use a Pentair. There's like 3 other manufacturers that make it, and they're just as good. Okay, Scott, it's getting cold out here.
They have to go in a certain way?
Yeah, well, no, it just presses in there, and in any orientation, 360 degrees, same with that. Just presses it in there, and it can be at any orientation. One of the things to check, though, is to make sure when you put it back on, you have to have that air relief valve out and let it spit out water to make sure that there's no air in it. Got it. Okay. We want to
Open the valve.
vent it.
The valve.
Okay. Yeah, that one was wide open. And then you could really open this up and let it vent out. And you don't have to worry about the enclosures, except for this one, it's open. But these are NEMA 3R enclosures, NEMA 4, that's NEMA 3R also. So it's, all the enclosures in here are outdoor rainproof, so they can get wet. This is made for this kind of environment. The thing is probably not going to last as long as probably the exhaust fan, because it's not in a NEMA enclosure. But there's a gravity drain. Right. Where those papers are? Yeah, there you go. Okay. That's one of the big things to check twice a week, is to make sure that, see those papers that were in the way, make sure that drain is not blocked up. You don't want this all to flood. This is a whisper flow pump. It is really a heavy duty pump. I have seen these type of pumps flood entirely and the vault drain, and that same day run again and be fine without heating it or baking the motor or anything. So it's a pretty rugged motor. This pump is in many residential swimming pools outdoors in the rain. It can take it. It's a really tough pump. But still, you don't want to flood it because the exhaust fan, and you got the ionization system, it's very expensive. You just don't want to flood it. So make sure that there's nothing obstructing the way. What else? Yeah, all those plastic bags, yeah, they could block up. Just one more. That's it. Okay. Now it's clear of obstructions. Yeah. You don't need those teeth there either, but that could be cut off and thrown away. You know. Those are 2 by 1.5 inch bushings in case the piping was 1.5 inch. I don't know why they're there, but it doesn't hurt to keep them there. They're locked in.
Show them how to work the pump.
Well, the weather's going to be freezing. You want to turn this thing off, right? Freezing weather?
In freezing weather, actually, just a few times in Atlanta, like last year when it was freezing 3 consecutive days in a row, that's the only time that you're concerned about the film. Other than that, actually, if it's going to just be cold overnight, you probably want it running 24 hours a day.
Okay.
Because moving water will not freeze.
You want to show how to change that time clock?
Actually, I've never used this kind of clock. I can show you the other kinds of clocks. But this one right here,
I'll have to read.
yeah.
It's going to set at 1, set at 7 as well, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. right now.
Does it have to be changed for daylight saving time?
Yeah, you would have to change it 1 hour physically. Correct.
Those things take a pattern.
Yes.
2 AA.
Okay. 2 AA batteries behind this chamber right here? Right here,
Yeah,
where it
right
says
there.
battery.
Take it out and cut it off.
Yeah, they're in that chamber. Like the skimmer. Okay. You want to play with the time clock?
They set it to run 24 hours now and not changing it again. Why don't we set it to run 24 hours?
It says 10:34.
All you got to do is come over here,
10:35.
hit close, I'll go to manual.
Okay,
Yeah,
and in
bypass
manual
it.
it's always on.
Yeah.
And right now, that's for changing the time.
Yeah.
Mode. And now it says clock. Auto, manual. Okay. Now it's on manual mode. So do we want to keep it on automatic?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to keep on manual?
Auto, right there.
You want it on manual?
Just manual.
Okay, just in case right now, during the winter.
Okay. You just hit that mode until you go back to auto.
Okay. That is safer during the winter. But again, in Atlanta, if it gets below freezing for overnight, and then it gets back up to above freezing during the day, it's not a big deal to run the fountain. It's not going to affect it. It's not going to ice up in that short period of time. These are the ventilation caps. One's an inlet and one is an exhaust. I don't know what those are. Those drain plugs? Very large drain plugs for something. I don't know what they're for. They're for something else, not for the fountain. Okay, close it. That. Typically one doesn't hang up right there. Yeah, hang up. One more time?
Yeah. I don't know why. They put that last little one.